In the opening scene of The Perfect Parent, we entered the domestic world of Kui Haojing and his pregnant wife, Tina. The scene is split between the kitchen, where Kui meticulously prepares a prenatal soup, and the living room where Tina lies on the couch. At first glance, it appears to be a simple household routine, but the details reveal an underlying tension that defines their relationship. The scene's aesthetic choices are carefully designed to externalize emotional distance within physical proximity. The kitchen is bathed in warm yellow-orange light, symbolizing Kui's rationality, meticulousness, and desire for control. In contrast, the living room is illuminated by coolers, bluish daylight, reflecting Tina's fatigue, emotional withdrawal, and quiet longing for comfort. We achieved this look by carefully setting up the lighting to transform an originally dark day into a warm, lived-in home. This color contrast alone subtly conveys the psychological gap between them, even though they occupy the same space. Framing and composition further reinforce this separation. The doorway between the two rooms becomes a visual boundary, almost an invisible wall. Medium-wide shots frequently capture both spaces within a single frame, allowing the audience to perceive the physical and emotional distance simultaneously. Kui's movements are precise and deliberate, framed symmetrically, while Tina's gestures are loose and unstructured, highlighting the imbalance in their interactions. Everyday objects take on symbolic significance. The goji berries, nutrition books, and carefully annotated recipes represent Kui's obsession with perfection, while Tina's phone and ice cream signify emotional comfort. We also used props such as organic milk, fish soup, and other domestic items to subtly reflect their daily routines and prepare for the child's arrival. Technically, the scene amplifies these dynamics. Lighting is carefully balanced. Practical warm lamps in the kitchen contrast with cooler natural light in the living room. Shadows on Tina are softened, emphasizing her fatigue, while a higher key ratio in the kitchen maintains clarity, reflecting Kui's disciplined mindset. The camera remains mostly static in the kitchen, mirroring order and control, but tilts or subtly tracks in the living room, introducing a sense of unease. Shallow depth of field occasionally isolates Kui, visually representing his tunnel vision. Editing rhythm also contributes. Kui's actions unfold with steady pacing, while Tina's reactions are shown with slightly longer pauses, creating tension. Diegetic sounds dominate the auditory landscape: the clinking of spoons, simmering soup, and the closing of a door. Minimal music is used, letting the natural sounds and silence punctuate emotional distance. The contrast between warmth and coolness, between order and fatigue, transforms a seemingly mundane domestic scene into a psychological study of relational strain. At the end of this scene, a small argument breaks out between the couple, and Kui leaves to buy oranges for his pregnant wife, leading smoothly into the next sequence. This opening scene functions as both a narrative introduction and a visual exercise. Through controlled lighting, color contrast, spatial composition, rhythm, and sound, we created a believable domestic space and revealed the couple's subtle tension. It also demonstrates how visual and technical design can serve storytelling, using everyday details and lighting setups to define characters, dynamics, and setting the tone for the film that follows.